How hard is it going to be La Vuelta a España 2024? The race organizers have just revealed the route for next year, and as a Spaniard, I can say that I'm very happy and very proud of the route, because the route is going to gather the most important climbs of Spain in the same edition of the race. So it's going to be spectacular, the amount of famous mountains La Vuelta is going to tackle next year. So in today's video, we're going to have a look on the route, and also we're going to put the focus on the 5 key mountain stages of next Vuelta Ciclista a España. Let's go! Yes guys, so La Vuelta 2024 is not going to start from Spain, it's going to start from Portugal. So first stage of La Vuelta a España, you can see it here, is going to be an individual time trial of 12 kilometers, where we are going to see the first differences between the guys of the GC. So important to be fit since day one in the next Vuelta a España, where Wout van Aert have just confirmed that is going to take part of this race. Then stage 2 and stage 3 are going to be also in Portuguese soil. The first day that La Vuelta is going to travel to Spain is stage number 4 on the south of Spain in Andalusia, and are going to be hilly stages for breakaways, for sprinters that can pass the mountain. Maybe, yeah, we're going to see some attacks from the contenders, but stages that, yeah, we should expect big differences between the contenders. Also in the south of Spain in August is going to be super hot, so watch out the heat in this first week of the race. And let's talk about stage number 9, the last stage of the first week of the race, because it's the first key mountain stage of next Vuelta a España. The race is not a summit finish, that stage, but they do a double climb to Alto de Zayanas. You see here the profile, 3 first category climbs, the second and the third climb are exactly the same, and is a climb called Alto de Zayanas in the mountain range of Sierra Nevada, one of the hardest climbs of the south of Spain. And basically we're talking about a 7.2 kilometers climb at 9.8% with slopes of 17%. The first 3-4 kilometers of these Alto de Zayanas are terrible, and I remember that back in 2013 the race climbed also Alto de Zayanas, and the big names of the race, the big candidates to win at Alto de Zayanas were Vincenzo Nibali, Joaquim Rodriguez, Alejandro Valverde, and finally the guy who won in Alto de Zayanas was the American Chris Horner at the age of 42 years old. He took the victory here in Alto de Zayanas, and some days later he took also the victory in the overall general classification of the race. So yeah, he started building the victory of La Vuelta, Horner, in this climb. So yeah, a lot of things can happen in this double climb of Alto de Zayanas. It's not just one time, they climb it 2 times, so I expect big gaps between the favorites, and also maybe some of the contenders are gonna vanish from the GC at stage number 9. So let's jump to stage 15 in this second week. That is the second top mountain day of this next Vuelta a España. Stage 15, the race is gonna tackle El Cuito Negro. I don't know in English if it sounds an epic name, and in Spanish it sounds like, yeah, a powerful name, Cuito Negro. Probably this stage is not the queen stage of the race, but I can assure you that this stage is going to climb the hardest mountain of next Vuelta a España. So for sure must be one of the top mountain stages of next Vuelta a España. You see here the profile. In total they're gonna ascend 1, 2, 3 and 4 mountains. The last one is for sure a categoría especial climb, we say, is a horse category, we would say internationally, because yeah, here you have the profile of Cuito Negro, that basically it's cool because it's an old school climb that has been extended. Basically is the old climb of Puerto de Pajares, a long climb in Spain, but Once you got to the top of Puerto de Pajares, there's a ski resort called Brañillín, and what the race did back in 2012 was put tarmac once the road ended, and you can see that the last 5-6 kilometers that in the profile you see that they are the hardest one, the steepest one, that there's many time slopes over 20%. It's just a road that they built for the Vuelta a España to make that climb even harder, and the 4 last kilometers of Cuito Negro are crazy tough, especially after a long climb of Puerto de Pajares. First and the only time that Cuito Negro has been introduced in the race was back in 2012, in the same edition of that Vuelta a España. I was talking about Purito Rodriguez and Contador, and we saw probably one of the best mano a manos. After the stage of Cuito Negro, there's the second and last rest day, and we start the last week. The first stage of last week is going to be stage number 17, stage that will finish in Lagos de Covadonga. And in La Vuelta a España, when you talk about Lagos de Covadonga, you must point out this stage as one of the queen stages of the race. So, third key mountain stage of next Vuelta a España, stage 17 that will finish in Lagos de Covadonga. 30 climbs in total, but the last one, as you see, Categoría Especial, horse category climb that finish in Lagos de Covadonga, a climb that if you like cycling, you know, you must watch several stages that finish there, because I'd say that is probably the most iconic climb of all Spain. It's been climbed many times, it's been introduced in the race for many seasons, and the best cyclists of all time have found success here. Laurent Jalabert, the Frenchman, won in Lagos de Covadonga a couple of times. More recently, cyclists like Nairo Quintana, Primož Roglic, Thibaut Pinot also won in Lagos de Covadonga. That is a pretty tough climb, very steady. That's what makes it so tough. Watch out with stage 19, because the race is going to tackle for second time Mont Calvillo. It's not a very iconic climb, but this mountain was introduced in the race back in 2020, where we saw a crazy mano a mano between Richard Carapaz and Primož Roglic. It's a short climb, 14 kilometers at 6.7%, but as you can see here in the profile, the first 6-7 Ks are quite easy, but the second part of the climb, look at that, the numbers, 9.1%, 7.4, 8.9, 11%, the kilometer 10 average at 11%, 10%, 9% with slopes all the time around 10, 12%. This climb is very hard, and yeah, I think one of the best climbing fights I saw in my life was that mano a mano between Carapaz and Primož Roglic. The fifth key mountain stage of next Vuelta a España must be stage number 20. It's going to be the queen stage of the race, also because it arrives very late when the legs are going to be quite tired, but in terms of climbing is the most tough day of the race. They're going to climb 7 mountains in total, around 5,000 positive meters of climbing. That's crazy hard, and the race is going to finish at Picón Blanco. It's a mountain that has just been introduced once in La Vuelta a España, but if you watch Vuelta a Burgos, that is a 1 week race in Spain that comes just before the Vuelta a España, I'm sure you've seen this climb of Picón Blanco, because they climb it every year. One of the most famous victories here in Picón Blanco was in that Vuelta a Burgos I was talking about, when Remco Evenepoel dropped absolutely everybody and just arrived at the finish line, just showing off of his strength and doing this kind of movement that many people found it not very sportive. So this mountain where Remco won in Vuelta a Burgos is going to be the last summit finish of next Vuelta Ciclista España, and for sure stage 21 is not a key mountain stage, but it's going to be a time trial. So the last day for making difference to your rivals is not that stage 20 in the mountains of Spain. It's going to be in Madrid, in the capital, a 22-kilometer individual time trial that is going to be epic. So that's the route of next Vuelta Ciclista a España. Let me know in the comments which are your favorite stages, but we just tackle the 5 key mountain stages of next Vuelta 2024.